Hello and welcome back to the course. In this lesson we're going to develop the sixth scene of our animation. Go to the project and right-click New Composition. Name it Scene 6. Use the same preset as the previous scenes and a duration of 3 seconds and 10 frames. OK. Right-click here, New Solid to create a white background. And lock this layer. In this scene, we'll add the texts that go at the bottom. Select the Type tool and click to type your text. I'll write Creative Tools. I've put this line here, which you can get by clicking Alt and 0124. I'm using Verdana font, bold 125 pixels. Make sure that in paragraph it's centered and that it's aligned to the composition horizontally and vertically. Now we're going to start with an animation on the position. But we're not going to do that from Transform. Instead, we'll select an option here from Animate. Click here and select Position and set it to 175. The position has been changed, but nothing has happened. Go to the Range selector and adjust the offset. If you increase it, see how the letters move up. Ctrl Z to undo. So when we animate the offset, the letters go up one at a time. But we want it to move up one word at a time, so we'll change this option to words. And there we go. Click here to add a keyframe and go to second number 1. Create another keyframe here and set it to 100%. We get this animation. We want to smoothen the animation, so in Shape we'll set this to Ramp Up and put 50% in Easy High and Easy Low. We need to adjust the offset of this keyframe. It needs to be a negative number, until both texts are back at the bottom. -60 is fine. Select both keyframes, right-click, Keyframe Assistant, Easy Ease. Let's take a look, and there it is. Let's move on to the next text. Select the Text tool and click to type. I'll put We Offer. Change the size to 225 pixels and leave the font as Verdana Bold. Change the color to a lighter gray. Align it to the composition and make sure it's centered. Lower it to around here. Again, we'll apply the same position effect we did for the previous text. Animate Position. On the y-axis of the position, put 195. Go to frame 12. Click on Offset to add a keyframe and go to second 1. Frame 5 to add another. And set this to 100%. In Advanced Options, we'll make this animation be based on characters instead of words, like the other one. Again, to smoothen the animation, select Ramp Up here in Shape. 50% in Easy High and Low. Set the offset to a negative number, -100%. Select both, right-click Keyframe Assistant Easy Ease, and let's have a look. This is our animation so far. Now we are going to create an alpha matte so you can't see the text on top of the other like this. So here at the end of the animation, after all of the keyframes, click outside the layers to make sure that none are selected and go to the rectangle tool. Click and drag to cover the first line of text, like this. OK. Change the name of this new layer to Matte We Offer. Ctrl D to duplicate and rename it to Matte Creative. And drag it down to cover the second line of the text. Use the Pan Behind tool to place the anchor point in the middle. Make it a little smaller. Press T to get the opacity option and lower it to around 60 to 70% so we can fit it in properly. OK, put it back to 100%. Change the color so we can tell it apart from the other one. Place the Matte Creative Tools layer above the text. Click on Toggle Switches so you can see the track mattes. Select Alpha Matte on the Creative Tools text layer, and the same for the We Offer layer. And now when we preview, we don't have that overlapping we had before. We now need to make the text disappear from view. Press U to see the keyframes. In the Creative Tools layer, go to Second 2, Frame 10. Add a keyframe. Then go to Second 3, Frame 5, for another one. And we'll put here on the offset -60 so it disappears. On the We Offer text, go to Second 2, Frame 5 to add a keyframe. And at Second 3, set it to 100%. Let's see how it looks so far. Finally, we are going to add a camera, so that right when the first line of the text appears, the camera takes the text into the middle. So right-click here, New, Camera, 35mm, OK. Remember that we need to convert our layers to 3D. Press Toggle Switches and select the 3D option to apply it to all the layers, except the background. Inside the camera, go to Transform options. Right at frame 20, we'll add a keyframe on the point of interest and the position. Then go to Second 2 and add another 2 keyframes. Select Track XY in the Camera tool. Click on the text we want to move. Press Shift and move it down to leave it in the middle. If you like, you can use the guides to do this. Select the 4 keyframes, right-click Keyframe Assistant Easy Ease. Go to the Graph Editor, having selected Position and Point of Interest. Select both frames and drag them to the left. Let's have a look. We can now see this effect as the texts disappear. And that's our 6th scene finished. The next lesson will be our 7th and final scene.